Welcome back, everyone. In today's special episode, I have 2 home decor ideas as part of a spring DIY collaboration with other YouTubers. One of my ideas predates both Facebook and Pinterest. I'm RJ, and this is RJ's Homestyle. Hello everyone, thank you for joining me today. And if you're a first-time viewer, thank you as well. This special episode of RJ's Homestyle is part of the DIY Spring Collaboration that's being hosted by Ashley Markham. Ashley is the owner of the YouTube channel Thrifty Chica. She is also the admin of 2 Facebook groups. Her first group, Dollar Tree DIY and Decor plus Cricut Crafts, and her latest group, the Cricut Mug Press Crafting Group, both of which I will link in the description box down below, as well as links to the other YouTubers who are participating in this collaboration. The first idea that I have for you, as I said in my intro, is a very old craft. I did this back in late 80s, maybe early 90s. Actually was doing it to help the Boy Scouts out. They were doing a fundraiser and had this idea to make these, and they were selling them. And back then, they sold like what they say, hotcakes. So here's what you're going to need. You're going to need at least 2 bushes of your favorite florals. Pick out whichever floral that you like at the Dollar Tree. I say 2 because you're going to need about 10 of them, and usually these come in 5 blooms on each bush. You're also going to need a set of ink pens, and they come in a package of 10 as well from the Dollar Tree. You're also going to need some black beans, and you're also going to need some floral tape. And now I'm going to show you exactly what to do with 1 bloom, the floral tape, and an ink pen. First, you're going to take your flower, and when you cut it, leave about 1 inch of the stem there, because that's really going to be helpful. And then of course you're going to take your ink pen, and you're going to take the floral tape, and you're simply going to start wrapping your pen just by holding it down and start wrapping. Now, if you've never used floral tape before, if you give it a gentle tug, it activates an adhesive that's inside, and it helps it stick to things, and it helps it stick to itself. And you simply just go around with the tape around the pen. And we're going to switch over and just continue on. As I said, just give it a gentle tug every now and then. And then once you get almost to the top, you're going to want to then take your floral, and you're going to want to hold it about right like this. It's a little tricky, but you're going to just hold it on the pen, and then take and just get your floral tape around that, like so, and then just continue to spin it until you go to the top, like so. Get it up there. Don't get your petals caught underneath. Get it around there, and then once you do, take it. It's easily broken off, and then just finally wrap the piece around it, and there you can see you've now wrapped your pin, and you now have a flower with a stem. Now take your black beans and pour them into the container of your choice. The original idea was one of these little terracotta pots from the Dollar Tree. Plant your flowers in as a bouquet, and there you have it. A wonderful, cute, adorable display that is very useful when you need a pen to write with. Now, while this is the original idea inside the terracotta pot, I put together a few selections to give you a few more ideas on how you may fit this more appropriately in your home style. Take a look. If you're enjoying this video, why not take the time to hit that like button, subscription button, and the notification bell and join us here at RJ's Homestyle. For my second project, I've actually taken an old idea, you've seen these before, and I put my own spin on it. Keeping with the spring theme, and spring being a time of renewal, I've come up with a cute organizational craft. Now I'm going to be showing you a list of supplies as well as measurements that you're going to need, and I've done these in the form of a slideshow. At any time during that slideshow you can take a screen grab so that you have the measurements that you need. Let's get started. For this project you're going to need one package of wood dowels from the Dollar Tree. You're going to need 6 packages of the 5-quart paint stir sticks from Walmart. The Walmart brand is necessary because they are longer than those sold at the Dollar Tree. You're also going to need either the lid from a mason jar painted black, a 2.5-inch circle cut from black cardstock, or you can paint a 2.5-inch circle on the project. I will show you where to do that later. Now on to the measurements. Keep in mind that the measurements I'm going to be giving you are in lengths only. They are not widths. All we are concerned with are in lengths. The width is simply the width of the paint stir stick. So let's begin. You will need 9 paint sticks measured to 17 inches. You will need an additional piece cut at 5.5 inches. You will need 3 paint sticks cut at 11.5 inches. These, of course, are for bracing the back, as you see here. You are then going to need 2 pieces cut at 10.25 inches. You are going to need 2 pieces cut at 2 inches. You are going to need 2 pieces cut at 3 inches. And you are going to need 5 dowel rods cut at 10.25 inches. For your 2 and 3 inch side pieces, you will drill 3 holes in the 3 inch piece, 2 holes in the 2 inch piece. Your holes are to be separated by 1/2 inch between each hole. I recommend that in drilling these holes to sandwich your 2 inches together, sandwich your 3 inch pieces together, and drill the hole through both pieces at the same time. This will put them at exactly the same mark on both pieces. Now take your 9 17-inch long paint sticks and glue them together, bracing them on the back as you saw in the previous photo. Once you have this done and it has set, take 2 additional pieces measured at 10 inches. These are going to form your roof. Here I have painted mine red. Take these and align them as you see at the center, very top of your board that you've now created, angling it to the angle that you like to have, and take and then draw your roof line. Now, how you cut out this roof line is totally up to you. I decided that I was going to make it a little bit faster and easier for myself by using my rotary tool. And with that, I was able to easily cut along that line and remove the sticks that weren't required for this project. Now we're going to get into some sub-assembly. I like to pre-paint my pieces before I assemble anything, so you can actually see my color scheme here. I'm going with red and white. Now here is how you assemble your pockets. Simply take your side pieces and a dowel rod, place some glue on the end of the dowel rod, and you're going to insert 3 of them into one of your side pieces. And then you're going to take the other side piece and you're going to slide it onto the other side where your 3 dowel rods are. Once you have these 3 pieces combined, or actually you're having 5 pieces combined, you will then take your 10 1/4 inch piece for the bottom and you will assemble it as you see here. You will then take your 2-inch pieces following the same procedure. Glue on either end of the dowel rod, place them in the holes, and then glue it to its bottom piece. Keep in mind that when you're putting these together, you want the dowel rods to be on the front or forward section because you're creating a pocket. This is kind of like a corral fence, as you can kind of see here. Now here is the back portion of this project that I created using the 9 paint sticks measured at 17 inches. They've been painted white. What appears to be vertical stripes on this are not stripes or lines at all. They are actually just the spaces in between each of the paint sticks. However, you are going to want to measure and draw out the horizontal lines that you see here. There are 2 of them. Now, one at the bottom is 1/4 inch from the bottom of your board, and the higher one is 5 1/2 inches from the bottom of the board. You're going to want to measure these and draw these out, and now we're going to get into the final assembly of the project. So it's simply taking take your hot glue gun. I'm using my detail sized glue gun by Surebonder and applying some glue. Now a good tip is to not paint at least one of the sides of your craft so that the glue will actually adhere to some fibers of the natural wood. So once you have that, I've pre-marked the area, the line, where I want this to go. And I should just simply come down here and place it thusly, give it a little press. And now we're going to move on to the second piece. Again, we'll apply some glue. Typically I would use wood glue and let this sit to cure. But for the sake of this video, for all of you, I will be using the hot glue. Again, I have marked a line, and I will position this, give it a slight press, and there we go. The 2 pockets are now attached to the front of the birdhouse. Now, What I did for the actual door to the birdhouse, where the bird would be entering and exiting the birdhouse, I used the lid of a mason jar, which I thusly painted black and sealed it in. I used Mod Podge to seal the paint in, and I have noted an area where I want that to go. So I will then put some hot glue on that. If painting a 2.5-inch circle, now is the time to do it. Projects like this don't require a whole lot of hot glue. I see a lot of people use an excessive amount, which isn't needed. And I'm just going to go ahead and roughly put that where I've drawn out the circle. And there we go. And now, of course, we need the perch, and we need a little feathered friend, to which I have taken, and it's just a small piece of dowel. And this bird, actually I could not find any birds currently in the store for this spring project, so I've taken this cardinal red bird from one of my Christmas decor pieces, Mr. Blue, that I created a few years back. And I have wrapped the wires around the dowel and put a couple dots of hot glue there to secure it. And I've also marked a spot for it, so I will then just put a little dab of hot glue there. Little dab will do ya. And then I'm going to then simply place it at its marked position, and I'm going to hold it until it adheres on its own, right like that. Don't want it to fall apart on my show, which you will see accidents from time to time here. And I think that will do it. Yes, that's firmly attached. And now we're going to assemble the roof. So I'm going to be getting my hot glue gun, and I'm going to then just take one section of the roof. Again, that edge has not been painted, and I'm now going to apply some hot glue to it. And as I said, you don't need a lot of it, because the hot glue, you know, as you put two pieces together, the hot glue is going to squeeze out. And I don't like to see just lots of globs of hot glue on my crafts. I don't know about you. And we're just going to line this up along the edge here. Let that set, and that is already taking a good hold onto that. So I'm going to take the next piece. We're going to do the same with it. If you don't have a detail glue gun, which is a smaller tip than a full size, I highly recommend you get one for projects just like this, because a full size glue gun can just sometimes give you far more glue than you actually need. And now, here's how your finished project should look. I've added a chimney to mine. It was an afterthought when I thought I was actually finished with it. All you have to do is take one of your remaining pieces that you have and attach it to the back. I think this organizer is very useful for things such as mail, menus, and perhaps even coupons. A nice spring decor piece for perhaps your kitchen to help you organize those odd bits of mail and other items that you receive. And of course, you're going to need some type of way to hang your project on your wall. Personally, I prefer a more proper hanging device, such as using a picture hanging kit, and I put some eyelets in and proper hanging wire onto the back. Simply just screws right into the paint stick. Of course, you could use twine if you prefer that. And if you happen to go with this red and white theme, they do have the red and white cording available now at your Dollar Tree. I certainly hope you've enjoyed today's episode, and I hope you'll continue to further watch along in the collaboration by following the links listed below in the description box. For more great information on how to style your home, check out these previous episodes shown here. Remember to like, comment, and share on these videos, and to make sure you see the next new episode, hit the subscription button and the notification bell, and you will be good to go. As always, bye for now.